Pranam Maharaj, this week we have chosen another very interesting topic, which is Illumine Soul. We see around us, and we have heard also, there are so many Illumine Soul are there, like Bhagwan Sri Ram, Krishna, Buddha, Sri Ramakrishna Swami Vivekananda. And sometimes it also being said that few other people are also presented before us like they are Illumine Soul. We have heard about most revered monks in Ramakrishna order like Swami Brahmananji Maharaj and other senior monks in the order, current day order. So if you talk about past, it gives a bit of clarity that no, these are the Illumine Soul. But in the current and present scenario, if we talk about such Illumine Souls, then there may be a confusion in our minds. So would request you, Maharaj, that please throw a light in this. So how can we judge and how can we get benefited and take this journey of our spiritual life by the inspiration of these Illumined Soul? Over to you, Maharaj. Please guide us.
Okay. So suddenly you have come to the topic Illumine Soul, because there are certain conditions to reach that highest target of human life. And one thing is truth, there is no compromise. Whether it is a sadhu, whether it is a householder, whether it is an ordinary human being. Truth is truth. Truth reveals always, as we know. The Tudyanandaji one place told that in their spiritual teachers, which is letters of Tudyananda known as spiritual teachers, he has written, I'm just reading out, troubles exist as long as you live in the domain of thought. There is no peace until we transcended thought itself. When one kills the mind, the senses come under control. What does it mean to kill the mind? It is to detach it from the senses, sense object. The enlightened person has their senses under perfect control. The tortoise can draw in his legs. The seer can draw in his senses. I call him illumined. Tortoise can draw his legs. Seer, man who realized soul, can draw in his senses. So, Duryananda Jivan place what the illumined soul in this connection. The first condition is that when one kills the mind, the senses come under control. What does it mean to kill the mind? Kill the mind means it is detached to it from sense object. And that is the essence of spiritual practice. We are practicing a different way, different manner, and there are so many things. We are practicing only thing, how to control the senses or to bring sense calm under control. Whole object of our spiritual sadhana, spiritual practice is this, to control our senses, and we have that command. kill the minds means sense come under control. Person has their senses under control. So the essence is that how to control the mind means control the mind should control the senses whenever necessary. For that he has given examples. Tortoise when necessary can draw its legs. The illumined soul, seers, they can draw the senses and the power if somebody developed to, in one word you can say, you can control your senses under your control, then it is called illumined soul. That means perfect control of the senses is the sign of illumined soul. So this is one of the quotation given by Turiyananda about the soul. In another place he also told that who is good and pure in you is God. In another way he put, which is good and pure, it is God. Which is impure, evil, bad, it is your ego. That which is good and pure in you is God, which is evil in you is ego. So he has given beautiful distinction between ego and God, which is bad, evil, that is ego. So the more you think of him, the more he will increase and he will decrease. That means Sri Ananda has given some showing the path. The more you think of God, then he will increase. God will increase in you. The more you think of him, the more he will increase. The presence of God will increase. And you will decrease. Your ego will decrease. So the rage all around us, that is the bad, without being sincere and open-hearted, cannot be. So illumined soul is a target. The condition is that he is in the term of sense, ego, mind, perfect control who has this, over his senses, he is a illumined soul. Then Mundaka Upanishad has given a beautiful definition. As rivers flowing down become indistinguishable on reaching the sea by giving up their names and form. So also the illumined soul, having become freed from name and form, reaches the self-effulgent. As river loses identity when it enters into the sea, forgetting is or giving up their names and forms, losing his name and form. There is no existence of the sea. River, when it reaches the sea. Similarly, illumined soul also like that, forget his name and form, losing effulgent. That means self, supreme self. These are the definition given by Mundaka Upanishad. So Then another beautiful examples is there. There is two house. One house is made of clay, no window. One house made of glass, everything open. Everybody can see what is there inside the glass room, and the person who is in the glass room, he can see everything around the world. Whereas the person who is in the house made of clay, mud, no windows, he cannot see anything. Other people cannot see anything. Who is there in the sea, mud house. So they say the persons who stays in the mud house, like us ignorant people, dark, lack of deep insight, fear, height. They are living in the house made of mud without window. People like us, ignorant, dark, lack of deep insight, fear is there. We want to hide so many things. That's the nature of a human being. And that is why hide means fear is there, sin is there, so many things is there. And you want to hide others. So you have given the wall without any window. Whereas the house made of glass only, everything visible from this side, outside and inside, there illumined soul. Nothing to hide, transparent, ability to see outside, infinity, and nothing to fear or hide. That means illumined soul, they are very open because they have no sin at all, there is no fear at all. Anybody can see their character for their behavior, and he can see others because he cannot hide anything, everything transparent. You come and see, open here, I am living, that's Adhu. Nas in fire, they are living in the sky, under roof. No room is there, open field. Under tree, that's all. Whereas other people living in a house, smart house, window is there, that much. But they want to hide something mentally. That is, they have given the examples. So they living in the house, actually, if you see found the thought, and they want to hide so many things from others, and others should not see their ignorance. Whereas that open, living in the open field, open air, they have no fear. Others could see everything. Nothing to hide, nothing to fear. It is transparent. So, beautiful analogy they are giving that we should practice such a way so that we become fearless, transparent. We can see others, others' heart, other feeling, as Swamiji explained. Expansion of is life is the expansion. So this, our practice, our mental strength will be such that we are become careless, or we should not live in a dark house. We should not remain ignorant. Through our practice, we should be transparent, bold. Let me see that if we have that power, you have no fear, I am doing the right thing. Let them see, let me ask. Everything is clear. So, illumined soul is such very, very, very higher thing to reach there. But this dark house and light house, glass house and a mud house, from that you can draw some lesson that we should not, even though you are living in the mud house, knowing though, through our sadhana, through our spirituality, we should transform this mud house into a glass house. At least one side glass, three side remain mud house for first journey, and that will come when your spiritual practice is very, very in advance and your mental power goes high. And we will not commit sin. If it will do that, commit the sin, it will be very less. When man become fearful or very fear because of sin, because of this sinful act, man is fear, hide in something. But when there is no sin, he is not hiding anything and no fear at all. So this glass wall and mud wall, we are in the mud wall. You have to break the mud wall and make our life clean. As I told one place, what is peaceful life? Clean life. Clean life is peaceful life. Even if you do the work in a right spirit, your life, activities, everything is clean, then your life is peaceful. Your life is become you are living in a transparent room. Life should be clean. Not for myself. Let them do unclean life, living a not a cleaning life. Let them do. You should not be encouraged by them. Oh, let them do. They are also living in the world, doing the sinful, unrighteous act. Let them do. But I should not do. Because I know the importance of the spiritual practice. And you have taken the spiritual path your own. Nobody is invited. Some realization has come. Your experience has come so that you have accepted the path. So try to live a clean life. You should not be influenced by your friends and others who are unclean. Then we can approach step by step towards the higher goal. The illumine. That means the more you clean, fear will be less, and you become started illumining. The awareness of illumined soul, awareness of enlightened, we need it. Awareness, we need the awareness. If you have that awareness that what is illumined soul, what is enlightened sentiency, that will help you to what? To practice more in good quality, and you will be gradually be free from unclean life. You try to live the clean life. So these are the points I jotted down and explained. So now you can ask any doubt if you have.
Yes, Maharaj, very well, clearly and very elaborately you have clarified this point. Anybody having any question, please do ask. Ready? Yes,
वो तो
Reddy.
आनंद है ना.
Anand is also having. Anand, do you have any question?
या प्रणाम महाराज।
Yes, who?
हेलो,
Your
ठीक है
voice is.
महाराज। मैंने
बोलो.
स्वामी जी के बुक में पढ़ा था कि रिलीजियस का स्पिरिचुअल का लिटमस टेस्ट, उसमें अनसेल्फिशनेस के आया था कि अगर किसी कोई ट्रू है और
हेलो.
तो वो है कि आप अगर अनसेल्फिश है तो वो स्पिरिचुअल है, वो डिवाइन है, ऐसा करके
हाँ, ठीक
लिटमस
है.
टेस्ट टाइप का है। क्योंकि आजकल
तो अनसेल्फिश.
ढेर सारे डिवाइन हैं जो डिवाइन।
तुम्हारा वॉइस काट रहा है, क्या नहीं है.
जी
आनंद, आप थोड़ा नेटवर्क में
महाराज,
आके.
हम कैसे जाने इज देयर एनी लिटमस टेस्ट फॉर सेलेक्टिंग ओ दिस पर्सन इज डिवाइन और नॉट डिवाइन? वन पॉइंट टेस्ट।
See, if person realize he is spiritually strong or spiritual person, the person himself will understand. Later on, when there is a larger expression and development spiritual life, then other people can understand your behavior. First, you will realize that whether you become spiritual or not. Test is your interest on the materialism will be less, and your love for the God will increase. That is the test. First, you will understand and you will realize it. When slowly develop in a very higher scale, then other people can understand your behavior, your action. First, you will understand that you become less interested in material things and more interested in spiritual things. That is the test. You can sit in the alone. You sit, you see the mind, watch the mind, read the mind, where it goes. If it goes on the worldly thing, pleasures, then that means your mind is still raw, kacha. Always domain on there, dwell on there.
Maharaj, your mic is muted suddenly. Please unmute it. Yes, now it is okay.
So, test, it is your mind will tell you. If your mind is most time dwell on the materialistic things and other things, then means we are not so spiritual, maybe little bit. Otherwise, if you are spiritual, most of the time you remain on the spiritual matter, God and reading, and less time you are less interested in the materialistic thing, especially the enjoyable things in the life. Bhoga karna. Next, क्या आनंद समझ में आया?
या महाराज, satisfied, fully satisfied.
Yes, Reddy is having any question.
Yeah. Pranam Maharaj, I wanted to ask how to increase love for God.
See, it is to the practice how to learn the swim. Similarly, everybody is trying to swim, and to be expert swimmer. So similarly, only thing is they develop the love for the God. If love, so many things are interrelated. If you develop love for the God, so generally materialism in your mind will be less interest. And love for the God increase means you will be very alert. Unless there is alertness of the mind, your love will not be increased. And the moment alertness of the mind is there, you are very particular what kind of work I should do. This work are righteous, unrighteous, different will come. One by one it will come. It is all involved in it to become a devil of the life, develop the love for the God. And similarly, those who are not developing the love of the God and not trying, same thing, his mind is always busy with the materialistic things. And their love for the materialism matter more important than spiritual life. Okay,
Yeah, thank you, Maharaj.
so I think we
Anybody
should
else is
close
having any
here.
question? Or we can close.
Close, God.
Yes, Maharaj,
My
you have.
love and blessing.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Huh?
Yes, Maharaj, thank you very much. You have elaborated very nicely, given a very beautiful criteria for developing that divine life. Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay, thank you, all of you.
Maharaj, Pranam.